the humanity was restored. So that's his role at Pennhurst, and he and a bunch of other like-minded souls eventually created and aborted the PMPA. At first glance, we were kind of like at odds with each other, but eventually I did get the chance to tour Dr. Conroy. We were able to coax him to come in and say, hey, we got something here. We want you to see it. We want you to see that we're on the same page. So we toured him. He actually got the same exact experience that you guys got today. At the end of the tour, he shook my hand. He shook all our hands and said, "Lex, you guys are doing exactly what we're doing. I think we can have a relationship." And so the PMPA and Pennhurst LLC, we now have a partnership together. We fundraise for each other. We share our artifacts and we share the experiences. We're now so in tune with each other that some of our Pennhurst employees are actually on the PMPA board as well. And we've got a good relationship going now. So Dr. Conroy, he actually pays us a visit quite often now. We, sell merch together. And some of the books that you can get from there, from our merch group, is also provided by the PMPA. So you can read stuff from Dr. Conroy. And who's the author of the one book, the disability book that we have? Do you remember? He's also part of the PMPA. I forget. Anyway, you'll see his name on the book if you're curious. But he writes about the struggle of disability in America.
Great Pyramid.
What was it?
Great Pyramid.
Pyramid, Dr. Pyramid. So yeah, you'll see that book as well. So yeah, we have a really good relationship, and we're trying to rebuild the relationship with the community. If that one's a little tougher, we're trying. But as you can see, we're really trying to put some effort here. And so one of the things that I also like to focus on is if this place was sold by the state, it was going to go somewhere. Pennhurst's history was going to go to the mercy of whoever bought this place. The only other people who were actually interested in this plot was, we have the 3 investors who want to turn this into an attraction, and then we also had somebody who wanted to turn this into residential development. If that were to happen, it would have been completely leveled to the ground, erased from history. We would have had to deal with erasure here. Instead, we can do our museum efforts here and do our bit to educate. And yes, there is an entertainment venue on here, wherever your thoughts are on the entertainment venue. You don't have to, I'm not saying you have to like it, you can dislike it, but I at least get to still teach you about disability history here. In fact, it's really cool that I can do this. We actually are the only museum dedicated, solely dedicated to disability in the U.S. You are standing in the only disability museum in the U.S. That's both awesome and also depressing. Yeah. We are working with the PMPA, however, to lobby in D.C. right now, and we're making some headway. Smithsonian, hopefully, will work with us in creating a disability museum in D.C. So, fingers crossed, hopefully you'll hear about that soon. But yeah, so there it is. If you're interested in any of these banners, I just encourage you to take pictures of them, or you can go to the PMPA website, just Google this name right over here, and read about their timeline as they see it. They have a lot more details, and you'll see names that I've talked about earlier on. In fact, Terry Lee Halderman, where are you? Halderman is somewhere in here. I mentioned her name earlier.
Is she on 5 or 6?
5 or 6? I'm all over to 7, 8. Regardless, Terry's on here somewhere. So Halderman was the name of the individual I mentioned who received dental care here, and the Bosch dental care, and we write about Halderman versus Pennhurst. There it is, 8. Halderman versus Pennhurst. So you can see right over here, So anyway, yeah, check out the MPA. You'll see everything that they talk about. We finally have a partnership with them. I actually have to head out, so I'm going to be leaving you guys in the good hands of Donna and Bernie. So I'm going to head out of here. I wanted to say thank you guys so much. You guys were awesome and amazing, awesome questions. You guys gave me life today. So I'm going to leave you guys to Donna. When you guys are ready,